Do you feel like what you're doing is wrong? Do you have any experience with alcohol?
No.
Any illicit substance?
No.
LSD?
No.
Like you saw in the beginning, this video was supposed to document my experience as a complete blind first reaction on LSD and how it affects my creative ability and whatever. But little spoiler alert, I don't mean to ruin the whole experience, but I didn't react so well. I actually reacted in the worst way possible. I reacted so badly that no matter how much research I do, I couldn't find a single story like mine's. So, you know, if anyone got any little game theories, you can put it in the comments below. Hey, while you're there, smash that motherfucking like button. So let me take you on this epic tale, this epic journey.
Please subscribe.
ItSito.
I've done a lot. I've done acid 7 times. All the acid trips were good. I had one bad shroom trip. I did shrooms 2 times.
Which is your favorite psychedelic?
I like acid more than shrooms. Shrooms actually make me think about shit, and I don't like that. I don't like drugs that make me legitimately want to contemplate my issues.
Okay. So, how would you say acid makes someone feel?
Happy. I feel like a toddler.
Toddler.
Yeah.
Can you say poggers?
Foggers.
The night started with a drive to the location where we would get the substance. I wanted to at least film the audio of the interaction, but I guess I wasn't allowed to.
Can we watch an episode of Nathan For You on it?
No, that's boring.
I'm literally gonna jerk off if we don't watch it.
If y'all hear cheek clapping, just mind your own damn business.
I'd actually start crying if you just start fucking.
Y'all won't hear shit, so.
What do you mean? Am I gonna become deaf?
White guys take one puff and they start freestyling.
I was at a big sesh with a bunch of people, and it was like, and like a bunch of other like white people like freestyling, and I was just sitting there like, why are you holding the blunt? Pass it, please. They're just letting it fucking burn.
It's a tiny square piece of paper thingy you put on your tongue and leave in your mouth for like, I don't know, like 40 minutes. It takes about an hour to take effect. Some may feel effects a little earlier.
Be careful.
Also, don't put your fingers all over it. Like, you just, they don't dissolve.
Don't swallow it.
Well, I think it's time for you to have your lysergic acid. Drink this down, and we'll be back after a while and see how you're doing. This is a glass of water, colorless, tasteless. It contains 100 gamma of LSD-25, 1/10 of a milligram, the equivalent of 1/600th of a grain. An ounce of this material will make 150,000 such doses.
Let us observe the effect.
So no sucking, just leaving it in my mouth?
Mm-hmm, on your tongue.
Whatever you want, honestly. Just in your mouth.
Okay.
But like, don't swallow it immediately as you get it.
Is there anything bad that will happen, or it just doesn't affect
It
you?
just doesn't really affect you.
Alright, so we took it at 11:30. So
At
12:30.
But the last time I took like one of his tabs, it like fucked me up.
It's a paper feel. How long would it take to dissolve?
Sometimes it doesn't even dissolve, but it just falls apart. So just keep it.
Okay.
She's just gonna sit his camera,
Say again?
stare at it, and then talk about random shit.
Oh shit, I'm coming. Is that a part of it?
So currently, I'm probably gonna be awake for about till 1, and it should be interesting. I'm excited, I'm curious. Gotta be quiet. Don't I look cool? I dressed for the occasion.
Aren't you?
I specifically dressed really nice for this.
If you want comfortable clothing.
That's alright. I think I got some in my backpack.
Now LSD basically makes every small thing into a big thing. Every small emotion becomes an exaggerated emotion, with time feeling unbelievably slow or unbelievably fast. So at times I would be in the restroom a lot longer than I had thought I was in there. I remember like later I checked the footage and there's one footage of me talking to the phone for like 8 minutes, and I was supposed to get dressed to get something comfortable because I was wearing like a fucking button-up shirt, and like suit jacket, jeans, tight as it can be. Like, what is that? I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Oh fuck, I'm tripping. I think I'm floating.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
I don't even know what's it supposed to feel
I
like.
feel like your palms get sweaty.
My palms always get sweaty. I'm always sweaty. Even when I talk to people. I get clammy ass hands.
I'm just
sorry,
scared.
I've always had it. You know, like any ways I can tell if it's actually happening?
You'll know.
That's so vague. I don't know what
Just
that means.
relax. Can you relax? Time will pass.
That's so vague.
Time will pass and you'll know it.
What if I'm dead?
Bro, you're scaring me right now.
What do you mean? We're not even on
Stop
anything.
it.
Down.
Why are you overreacting?
I'm not overreacting.
Okay, I'm dying. Okay,
Don't make me feel bad for acting how I actually am.
don't worry. It's true.
Okay?
We can at least put your shirt on.
Really?
I think it's kind of cringe to judge people. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Are you freaking out right now?
No.
Well, tell me.
Well, I just couldn't. I couldn't possibly tell you. It's here. Can't you feel it? This whole room. This. Everything is in color, and I can feel the air. I can see it. I can see all the molecules. I'm part of it. Can't you see it?
I'm trying.
Throughout the whole experience, I felt like everything was looping. Everything felt like it happened before and it was gonna happen again. Like that one Hideo Kojima game, PT, where you're just looping in the same place over and over. I could compare the visuals like this one illusion I saw where the colors are changing and it makes it seem like everything's moving, but it's not. It's just a little illusion. The colors were not as intense. It was like a very died down version of it, but it's basically the same thing. I heard a tad bit of reverb to everything, and every conversation was very bipolar. I was feeling every single emotion at once, with my friend talking about how a girl he cared about was being groped without her consent while she was drunk. But, you know, I started laughing completely uncontrollably, like any normal person would do. But then after a while, everyone was laughing. He was laughing. He felt no offense to it, even at the time, and even after telling me he didn't. It really jumbles up all your emotions.
I'll suck your mom good and hard. You're my George.
I'm gay. Like iDubbbz TV. Hey man, don't say that while I'm on here. I'm a sticky. I think your brother's gonna come out the walls. A video? Yeah, it's definitely hitting me.
Yeah, man.
Why do you feel like that?
Every positive thing is a lie. I feel like every good thing, every positive thing is a lie. Like it's not.
I feel like my ADHD's.
I know you guys say you're not, but I do feel like everyone's against this.
I don't actually. Do you think I actually hit you?
No.
You think I actually want to hurt you?
No, it's just not like myself.
I think I don't like myself either, so I guess it's a problem that I think everyone deals with. It's just not liking themselves. And it's like, going through life is just how you deal with it. Not liking yourself.
That sucks.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Is this making you think about other people's responses more?
No.
Okay, I think that's just me.
You guys want to bring him his lunch?
I think we were thinking of multiple things.
This is the first time you've done this and you're geeking out so bad.
It's something wrong with it.
No, it's life.
Acid isn't like it.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying
No, I'm saying there's something wrong. This is it. I'm not used to this acid.
it's strong, I guess.
No, maybe. I love music. Yeah, I love music. I'm gonna sit down.
Last time that you did this,
$19 Fortnite course.
What did you think about?
I kept saying I didn't want to, you know, live anymore. I kept saying that. I already knew that I didn't want to live that much without it.
How did he see it all?
I became hyper aware of everything. I started to think in my head more than I would say words out loud. I would even cut my sentences off because I was just thinking too much. I think my ADHD had a big play in this. I already at times when I get excited, I think and talk really fast because I just want to get everything out. I just want to get it all out. But on LSD, it was really pushing its limits, and it was kind of doing the opposite. I was thinking so fast that I couldn't even say a word. I couldn't get a word out. I was told to get change from a person who's more experienced because I was wearing very uncomfortable clothing. So, as prepared as I was, I did bring extra clothes that was a lot more comfortable, so I did get changed. It was a white t-shirt and gray shorts. And during this time I was getting changed, this was the time I was in the restroom for 8 minutes by myself, just ranting. Even though I went in there to get changed, I was just talking to myself on the phone. And when I got out, I was very sweaty and wet because I already am a very sweaty person. And as I got out, everyone was laughing because I looked like I came straight out of the ocean.
I think I somewhat understand what's going on. I'm a bad person, but you know, nothing I didn't know. I think, okay, here's what this drug does. At least what I can tell right now. This drug is taking every little thought you have in your mind and it's making it so much bigger. I understand what my thing is. I'm always second guessing that I'm doing something wrong. God, it sounds so depressing. I understand why. This is gonna be so interesting to see after. Because I'm thinking this. Man, I sound like a fucking crazy person. Yeah, I think recording this was a very bad idea because I think it's making the whole trip just a lot worse. So, this is probably the last footage of me dying. What I'm thinking is saying anything and thinking that I know everything. No, I don't.
Or let you see, did you say you can see it?
No, I can't quite see it. Tell me about it.
I can't tell you about it. If you can't see it, then you'll just never know it. I feel sorry for you.
I realize it now. I realize what drugs are. It's because I sound stupid trying to describe it to people.
You're gonna be a stoner after this.
I feel like Hannah's the only one in the room.
What?
What does that mean?
She's the only one that's conscious right now because we're not conscious right now. It's 500 conversations happening at once. 500 emotions happening at once.
Yeah, I'm just basically not doing it for But I'm not offended by you guys laughing.
Why do you keep talking about stuff that...
We're not talking about anything.
Everything can be comical, I think.
I think that's...
From the universe, everything can be funny. And equally as terrifying at the same time. The only reason she didn't report the guy who sexually assaulted her,
Yeah.
he was there for her.
Okay.
And I wasn't, but that's alright.
Shit is strong, dude. What is this? Is it 300 GG?
150.
150? You don't feel like it.
Oh, I feel like 400 million.
I feel...
Shut up, man. Louis is not supposed to be on drugs, man.
My heart's beating real fast.
Yeah, calm down.
But it's really funny. What's your theory about this?
I don't know. I think for me, talking about this one particular person, because it's going
No,
over that.
we're not going in this loop.
Not over that.
Not over that.
We're not going in this loop.
We're not going in that loop. Did I? I cried, and I was through a big theatrical
Andres,
fit.
it doesn't... Just relax, bro. It's nothing. I mean, I'm not...
Yeah.
In this moment, everything is okay.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to be fat guy.
It's okay, you won't.
That's not fact.
My dad's fat because he was an alcoholic. Yeah.
Oh, my dad's just a regular guy. He doesn't have any of that. No substance issues, other than food. So that's down to me, and then you got me being a fucking fat ass.
Gerald, I know you have great personal experience with lysergic acid. What do you think of it?
To do that in 2 minutes, eternity in an hour. It's almost impossible, of course, as all the patients say, to describe it. You can only say it isn't, it isn't, it isn't. Trying to tell people what it is. Well, of course, I don't know any of our friends said that have taken it but haven't said this one thing in common. Well, I never knew anything like that in the whole of my life. And 1 or 2 people have said to me, I've said it to myself, that's what death is going to be like. And oh, what fun it will be.
Everything's alright. It's okay.
2 of the 3 people I was with went into the shower because they were a couple, and you know, that's what couples do. While they were taking a shower, I was with one of my friends who was on the bed watching TV. After panicking in my head, after a few freakouts about the looping aspect I was experiencing, I started to feel like I was going insane. But I thought to myself, if I go to sleep, if I just go to sleep and I wake up, everything will be alright. It will be over. Because I knew, even though everything felt inconsistent, I knew time was always going to be consistent. I knew when daytime comes, I will be okay. So I laid down and closed my eyes for a long while, trying to go to sleep. And I was meditating. I was breathing in slowly and breathing out. But like I was told before, sleeping on LSD is kind of fucking hard and nearly impossible. So as I was laying down, you would usually see black and maybe little spots of light of some sorts like that. Me personally, I saw no black, and it was all kind of changing colors. I saw lots of cubic pattern. I saw like a kaleidoscope type thing. I couldn't even tell that I was even closing my eyes. I felt like I'd entered a new realm, a new dimension. Motherfucker was entering the nether. Pigman head out. And oddly, throughout this whole experience, or at least the later half of the experience, I kept having this paranoid feeling that my friend was gonna die. Yeah, I turned into a real dumbass. I wasn't really using my mind. And I felt like anything I thought that was gonna happen would happen. So I felt like having the slight thought that my friend was gonna kill himself, it was going to happen, and I really did not want that to happen. So I kept suppressing the feeling as I was closing my eyes. I think I realized that I stopped breathing. And I'm like, wait, am I dead? I took a deep breath and I started to hyperventilate in and out really hard. Like a bitch was blowing out a candle on his birthday hard. At this point, I can't really remember much. For the next few minutes, it will be the perspective of my friend.
I was sitting on the bed watching music videos on YouTube, right? Looking at Joey Diaz as well, stuff like that, right? I see that you're on the floor with the stuffed animals, and I hear like something not coming from the TV. I listen closely, and it sounds like you're whispering to yourself, like really loudly. And I go over, and I just see you're just on the floor, but you're non-responsive to what I'm saying. You just like are staring up, then having your eyes closed, and you're kind of bouncing across the floor. And at first it's just like, are you just like playing around with me? But then it just kept getting worse and worse. Like you were just like bouncing off the floor over and over and over. I just keep trying to call to you like, hey, like, you want me to film? And you just don't respond. Pick up your camera, pick up your stuff, which I know normally you would have a response to that on some level. But no, you were just kind of like non-responsive to what I was saying. I knock on the door all worried to Justin, right? Justin, he's on the floor. He's like bouncing around. Justin comes out real quick, tries to calm you down, and you start like kicking towards me and him. Then you like get up and you start going in and out of the room over and over, and then coming back in. And then basically after like picking up your stuff and trying to calm you down, there was like no use at all. And then you just like turn to me and you just say, I gotta go home. And then you just run out, but you have none of your like really stuff on you. You're just wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and all your stuff, even your glasses, is just left. I remember me and Justin stepped out and we went to look for you. We walked down the street. Both sides of the street. Hannah was crying. We're like, okay, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if the cops are gonna come to us. We don't know if you died. We don't know if your straight up on the next street just taking a little nap. We just don't know. And then hours pass, and then on Discord you're like, hi, please bring all my things to my house. And we're all just like, what?
At that moment, I can't even explain the feeling, because before was probably the scariest moment of my goddamn life. It was the most fear I have ever felt. It was the worst feeling. It was like a dream. Okay, imagine a nightmare. Imagine a nightmare, the worst nightmare you ever had. Shivering, sweating. Mom, can I sleep in your bed? Imagine that, but like 100 times worse. That was basically what I was experiencing before. But then after that, as I was running as fast as I can, getting blisters on the bottom of my feet, just not worrying about anything, for some reason thinking my friend is dead, I felt the absolute most happiest, tranquil, just most peace I have ever felt in my life. I felt acceptance, pure acceptance. This was complete ego death. Not only did I lose my sense of self, I lost my sense of reality. I really was a completely new human. I'm not in reality anymore. I'm just in my own head. So I tried to look up and said, if I'm not in reality, let me try to make the sky day. Let me try to make it day. And I tried really hard and it didn't work. But I did see the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, and it looked amazing. Like I saw that, I'm like, whoa, I look awesome. So that was cool. But after a while, I came down and became a tad bit more rational. Not completely, but a tad bit. I was still a little stupid. And I started to knock on houses because I didn't know where I was and I didn't have my glasses. Just a nice lady. She was a young girl, maybe my age, maybe a little younger. She opens the door, probably freaked out, seeing this drugged out little dumbass fucking saying, I don't know where I'm at. They called the police. The police came. After a while, I just said where I lived. He dropped me off. Mama came up. Not happy, I'll tell you that. But after all of this, after thinking my friend was dead, after thinking I went insane, after almost being arrested with the nice cop dropping me off at my house, even though I told him I was on LSD, even after knowingly going through easily the worst experience of my life, I kind of want to try it again. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, like, what's the worst that can happen? It can't be worse than that. I mean, like, come on. I felt confidence I had never felt in my life. I felt happiness that I never felt, acceptance that I never felt. I felt I could take on the world. But that's only because I thought that was the end of my life at that moment. Like, I wasn't gonna see daytime. That this was it. This was the end. So I accepted it.
Please don't abuse drugs. Please know what you're getting yourself into, because let's face it, like, what drugs actually are don't match up with your expectations. So just know that you're gonna have the control that you always have from you, that you always know, just taken away from you to some extent. And you have to be ready to jump into the unknown, because if you're not ready, you're gonna probably freak out like this guy did. So really be careful, and I don't recommend anything. Honestly, you're probably better off just living a regular life, eating vegetables and doing exercise and getting the grades.
You're saying like you're a crackhead. You're still making good, decent grades and working and stuff. It's not like you're fucking meth head on the street selling fucking your mouth for some crack. Like,
I'm saying that because I'm high right now.